Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Brothers War draft here on the channel. Before I dive in, I want to give a huge shout out to Wizards of the Coast for giving me a free preview account in their early access event, so I can make this video for you a couple days early. I'm going to be diving into a quick draft so I can talk about the key cards and not be rushed on giving advice on signals and stuff like that. So let's dive on in. Over the top, not a great card. Just doesn't do enough. I'm just going to highlight the main few cards so that the draft can be a little bit smooth. The main cards I look at here are Zephyr Sentinel, which is just a fantastic blue card. Just absolutely, like, insane uncommon. Just 2 mana, 2/1 flash flying is already good, and it can rescue your creatures and reset enter the battlefield. So this is pretty much the pick out of any pack you open it, unless the rare is great. It's better than Urza, which is also a good card. And then Prison Sentence is a good common, and Argothian Opportunist is a good common. Of those two, I think Prison Sentence gets the edge. But it goes Zephyr Sentinel, Prison Sentence, and then Argothian Opportunist, and the rest of these cards are more medium. And you don't need to play this in any particular deck. It's just straight up good. Okay. Now, the rare is missing, so we don't get a huge signal point here. The main cards I'm in consideration with are Recruitment Officer, which is a nice, very strong card. Just 1 mana, 2/1 that gives you late game utility is fantastic. You can use Power Stone mana for this. Excellent. Go for the Throat, which is a good removal spell, but not as good because there are some big artifact creatures in this set. And then in the common slot, the commons are much worse, but I do like Power Stone Engineer a little bit, and I think Thraxodemon's pretty solid as well. Philology Archaeologist does decent in some decks, but not every deck. I think I'm going to take Recruitment Officer, though. It's a human, it's another soldier to go with the Zephyr Sentinel, and overall leads me down a good path. Pick 3. Oh, another Recruitment Officer. Easy pickup here. I think it's just a fantastic card. Prison Sentence is also a nice one, but I'd rather get the Recruitment Officer because I just think the card is just fantastic, honestly. I've played with it one time already. I've played against it in this early access event, and it just takes over the game, and it hits really hard really early, so I really like this card. Prison Sentence, clear number 2 out of this pack. And then after that, I'd probably go down the totem pole a bit and take the Argothian Opportunist, go into a third color. I'd rather try the Opportunist than the Power Stone Fracture, so that's my pick order in this pack. But Prison Sentence is close to Recruitment Officer. Moving on to pick 4. I'd like to stick to my white cards because I have been seeing a little bit of white signals. Aetherflux Reservoir is really funny. It's not really particularly great in draft a lot of the time. It's just so hard to get to 50 life. Ashnod's Harvester is fine, but you want to be a black deck. Scrapwork Rager is similar. It's a good card. It's a great card in black decks. Disenchant's going to be my pick here. The card's really nice. And I already have 2 Recruitment Officers, so I would like to be white. And Disenchant just kills a lot of the cards you care about in this format. After that, I think I would probably take Epic Confrontation or Scrapwork Rager. Probably leaning towards the Scrapwork Rager because I think that it's a really good card. And I think Epic Confrontation's a little bit worse, but they're both great. And black's a little bit better than green, I think. But Epic Confrontation, I wouldn't fault someone for taking that. It's definitely between those two after the Disenchant. Just a minor arena bug. It makes me retake my pick. And now, I can keep taking white cards. I've got the Warlord's Elite as an option. Junkyard Genius is not where I'm going to be. I'm not going to take any cards that push me out of white at this point. There's Aeronaut Cavalry. Mana value 3 or less is important, and I think keeping more white cards is also good. So I'm going to take the Warlord's Elite, especially because I have 2 Recruitment Officers. I have a decent chance of going 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop with this guy involved. Maybe I'll get this card back. Other than that, Warlord's Elite is a pretty medium card, but it looks good in my deck currently. Cavalry's fine. Desynchronize okay. And then I really like Goring Warplow, but I'm just going to keep taking white cards, especially ones that I can find off of the Recruitment Officer. Okay. This pack, a little bit weak. You can sack a creature for mana or to replace it with a 3/3, which isn't the best. Boundary Inspector is a reasonable card, and I can find it off of my Officer. And there's going to be some artifacts running around probably in my deck, so this is a good pickup. The Retrieval Agent's just too inefficient. Union of the Third Path doesn't do much. The packs are getting a little bit weaker. Again, a little bit of a bug out, but we're just going to take the Foundry Inspector. Okay, I don't think Deadly Riposte is a great card. And I don't think Steel Exemplar is a great card. Though I am heavy white right now. A 5 mana 6/6 is decent. I think I'm most tempted by the Stern Lesson, the Mine Worker, and the Aeronaut Cavalry. I'm going to take the Cavalry, because I do have a decent amount of soldiers. Mine Worker is fine, but not a huge priority for me. And Veteran's Powerblade can actually be really good if you are equipping soldiers, but or at least it seems like it could be good. Ooh, battling through arena issues here. Taking that cavalry as we wanted. And now we see a pretty bad pack. I'll probably just take the perimeter patrol. I don't think Keeper of the Cadence is worth playing. Ivory Tower is not good. I like the War Plow a lot. But maybe we'll try white-green. This is another small creature to find with Recruitment Officer. It's also a soldier, so I think I'm going to try that over the War Plow. And then Power Stone Prodigy comes back. Haywire Might comes back. There's also a couple of humans. I'm just going to take the Power Stone Prodigy. I think the card's good. It's a human scout. Nothing really crazy in this pack. I'll take the Archaeologist, I guess. Maybe I'll end up in a deck that wants it, but I doubt it. Could also just try this Veteran Power Blade. We'll try that. And then these packs don't really matter. I'll take Rust Goliath. I think it's the best card in this pack. By a decent margin, actually. Ashnod's Harvester. It's a fine 2-drop, even if you don't get to bring it back. Aeronaut's Wings could also be playable. Desynchronize coming back around. This card's super weird. It just confuses me when I read it. When it or another non-token artifact is put into the graveyard, create a tap Power Stone token. It sounds simple, and then I can't imagine how it works. Ooh, last pick Dreams. Okay, Legions to Ashes. So right now we know we're playing white. And then we have Feelers into green, Feelers into blue. But we first picked the Zephyr Sentinel, and that was the only really good blue card we saw. I mean, I don't think the prioritization is on Urza's Power Stone Prodigy in this iteration of the bots. And then we got a little bit of green, a little bit of blue, and a little bit of black, maybe. Mostly just white cards. And so we'd like to take a white card here, and we don't see one. So there's Legions to Ashes, but that's not really a huge priority pick here. It's like a removal spell, but it puts me into black, which I guess is okay. I do have one black card, but it's like a Ashnod's Harvester. I'd rather try to play blue or green here. Mindstone's Animation is a fine card. And then there's Shoot Down. I think we were seeing more green, especially with that late Rust Goliath, so maybe we'll try Shoot Down here. Try to see if we can build a white-green deck. And then, yeah, there's also a Chromatic Star, which is always like a decent option because you can filter your mana with it. But I think we'll just take this card. No. Server, come back. Okay, now there's a Yoshin Tactician, which can go really well with the soldiers I have. I currently have 6 soldiers, and so I think Yoshin Tactician is the pick here. There's Arms Race, which doesn't do anything. It's terrible. Don't play this. There's another Warlord's Elite. There's a Disenchant, but I think Yoshin Tactician is high enough upside to be worth taking. This card doesn't do enough. And now there's a Prison Sentence as a great removal spell. There's Airlift Chaplain, but it's not a soldier, which makes it a little bit finicky. You can find it off Recruitment Officer, which is nice, but I'd rather just take the Prison Sentence, get myself some removal. If I wanted a blue card, this card's not really good. Mishra is pretty good, but I'm not playing red at the moment, and there's not a good green card, so easy Prison Sentence. Wow, Lauren has been really good against me. When it or another legendary, return target artifact from your graveyard to your hand. So we have a decent number of artifacts, or some artifacts at least right now. And we could get more. We could also just take Power Stone Engineer, but we don't really have a ton of artifacts now that I count them up. And this is a 4-drop, which is hard to use, and this is like a really nice little 2-drop, and we don't have a lot of those. Yeah, I've convinced myself. Lauren is really good, but not in my deck necessarily right now. And it is pack 2. You never know what you're going to find, but currently I'll take Scrapwork Cohort or Urza. Maybe I'll just take Urza. Urza's quite good, and I have some artifacts. It would have gone well with the Lauren discarding artifacts, but I don't think this card's particularly great. It does get buffed by this thing, but I don't think it's a high priority pick. I do like Air Marshal, though. This thing can really punish people. Make your things fly. I can find Doc Officer. Really nice pick. There's Mightstone's Animation as well, but it doesn't go well in my deck particularly. This card's good. This card's a little bit hard to use. I'm probably going to be heavier white, but still hard to use that guy. And then here, we'll just take another disenchant. I have wanted to try what a deck with multiple disenchants looks like, so we're going to get that shot here. This pack is just kind of weak. This card's kind of just a lot of weak cards. Burnished Heart isn't really what our deck is about. We're not really a ramp deck. And then this pack doesn't have anything I'm interested in. I'll try Military Discipline. Combat trick. There's a Ambush Paratrooper that I could try. It's another soldier. Haven't gotten any reps with this. There's another Mightstone's animation, but I don't have that many artifacts in the deck. So I think I'll just try the Paratrooper. A third disenchant. Let's see how many disenchants are too many, shall we? Retrieval Agent or Aeronaut's Wings. Try the Agent, maybe. I think white-blue has ended up being the most open here. Recommission could do some good stuff. Okay. Whoo, another recruitment officer. Let's go. There's also Spotterthopter, my preview card. Super hyped to see this in a booster pack. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. But yeah, overall, this pack is relatively weak other than recruitment officer. Honestly, Spotterthopter is probably number 2 in the pack in terms of my colors. Goring Warplow's great. This card's great. This card's decent as top end. This card's kind of bad. I don't know how many beasts or birds there are, but that's kind of funny that it cares about that. But easy recruitment officer. That actually makes these this Warlord's Elite much better. Turn an artifact, copy an artifact spell. So let's just cut all our green cards because we're going to definitely be playing blue-white at this point. Don't really want the Ashnod's Harvester. There's a Warlord's Elite, which I really want to play because Warlord's Elite goes really well with the recruitment officers. Go 1-drop, 2-drop, play the Warlord's Elite, and you're just off to the races. There's a Drafna, but we don't have that many artifacts. How many artifacts do we have? 2? Yeah, we're going to take the Warlord's Elite and try to get this thing rolling. Now there's a Loren's Escape as a mediocre combat trick. Meticulous Excavation doesn't do much. Desynchronize, we already have one. Scrapwork Mud is a reasonable 2-drop, but not a high priority. So I think we'll take the Loren's Escape. 1 copy, that's pretty reasonable. Now we'll get to try out Laydown Arms. We're pretty heavy white decks, so we'll probably get to play like 10-7 or something. And in that case, this card could do some serious work, maybe. There's also Scatter Ray, Archaeologist, Survivor, and Ichor Wellspring, but we aren't really in the market for any of those. Oh my gosh. What a pickup. Yoshin Tactician's actually great for us. I wouldn't mind a Yoshin Frontliner in this deck, probably, just because it helps with the Warlord's Elites, but our deck is so heavy soldiers. We have 11 soldiers, so this card's just too good to risk missing out on coming back, so easy Yoshin Tactician. Another Warlord's Elite. I love it. I'm happy to see it. So this is a really nice pickup for us as well. This card's mediocre. Yeah, there's nothing else really to consider. That's just so much better than the 1-4. Veteran's Power Blade. We already have one of these. Not sure if we even want to play this one, but there's nothing else for us here. We're not going to play Supply Drop. There is involuntary cooldown. Maybe we could try this as a tempo play. Yeah. Let's give it a shot. Power Stone Engineer. There's some good green cards. This card's great. This card's pretty good. But we'll just take the Engineer. It's not a soldier, but such is life. This is a soldier, but it's really bad. It is good with the Power Blade, though, which is kind of funny. I don't think we want the Rock. I don't think these picks are as important as some of our earlier ones. Recommission's good. Getting back a Warlord's Elite is really nice. That's a good piece of synergy. And then these picks are just like 4th quarter garbage time points. Okay, there's a Survivor. Maybe we'll try this out just because we have so many Warlord's Elites. I don't think we want Scatter Ray. And Military Discipline. Better than Loren's Escape here, I think. And let's build this deck up, get it into some action. and see how it does. I kind of want to try the Veteran Power Blade. Okay, so we're not going to play any of these cards, so we can just build from here. Don't like Retrieval Agent, it's just too slow. I kind of want to try the cooldown. Power Stone Prodigy does not seem to be what we're about. Neither does Foundry Inspector. Veteran's Power Blade, equipping to a soldier is pretty good. We have mostly soldiers. 14 soldiers, yeah, that's huge. Out of 16 creatures, that's crazy. We do not want that. That was an accident putting that in. I think Lauren's Escape is better than... Is Military Discipline's better than Lauren's Escape here? But Lauren's Escape is pretty reasonable. I don't think Desynchronize is too expensive. I like having one top-end card. Involuntary cooldown's fine. I think we can cut at least one Survivor of Corliss. Probably both. It's just not a very good card. Military Discipline's also a bit weak. I like this as a substitute. I like having one Lawrence, one military, one veteran power blade. We've got lay down arms as removal, 3 disenchants, and a prison sentence. Then involuntary cooldown's kind of removal. I think 10-7 is the lowest I want to go in my color distribution. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 2-drops. I'll cut 1 disenchant. And then I'll cut the military discipline. And we'll try it like this. 14 creatures. 12 soldiers. Pretty cool. The only non-soldiers are the 2 Power Stone Engineers, which are really good in our deck, I think. So yeah, we will try it like this, and I'll see you folks in the games. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support my content. If you've been enjoying my videos and would like to help me make more of them, you too can become a patron at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. There's a ton of different tiers, so it's completely flexible. It's up to you how much you want to contribute towards my channel, but all patrons will gain access to my Brothers War tier list, where I grade every card in the set on an A through F scale to help you crush your drafts. Without further ado though, let's get to the matches. Welcome to round 1. We are going to keep this hand. It doesn't have a creature yet, which is kind of bad, but you can't mulligan hands that have 4 lands, 3 spells, and limited if you want to actually win games. And our deck has decent late game. The Recruitment Officer is a huge late game tool. Play the Power Stone Engineer. That's a good find. We can even recommission it back. Against a white-green. Also, I'm going to be playing less rounds than the full max wins or max losses because the early access event is ending, so I don't have unlimited ability to play the rounds. Okay, I'm going to attack because I'd love to make this trade. And I'll disenchant that. I have plenty of removal, and I don't want to give them a 3/3. So I can give them 3 life and exile their creature for 1 mana. It's fine. They're going to upgrade it into a 3/3. That'd be funny. They can only do this as a sorcery. Okay, now I have both recommissions. So I really want them to trade. Or just like do something crazy. Like combat trick or something. Yeah, this is fine. The prison sentence. Maybe I was supposed to disenchant this because this way my prison sentence is useless. Because they're just going to sack it to make a 3/3. Okay. Here, I'm trying to trade this guy off. Bring him back. Oh my gosh, they're playing a bunch of random stuff. I kind of need this to happen, otherwise they're going to keep doing that. They're going to keep hitting me for like 4. They get a Power Stone. I think I'm just going to do it like this. Get rid of their guy. Stop them attacking me. They were going to bring this thing back and hit me for like another 5, and I didn't want that to happen. Oh gosh. This tries Margaret altar does nothing except stop my prison sentence, which is annoying. Yes, trade. I know you want to. This is going well. I've got 9 power in play. I've still got a recommission. I've got a prison sentence. See, now I'm in good shape because they're not going to want to sacrifice that. But I now have disenchant to kill it. So I'm in such good shape because I finally found a good target for my prison sentence. It's like the dream. The dream. And I know I have the other disenchant in my deck, and I just found it instantly, so. It would be really funny if they sacrificed it. They just, like, predict my play. They get to hit me, gain some life, and then sacrifice it. No fear. So many Power Stones. I'm starting to understand how this card works, at least. I don't really want to bring back that guy. I'm just going to play this guy. I don't want to bring back my Power Stone Engineer. Because bring back one of these guys is so much better. Okay. As long as I don't have Lauren's protection, I'll win. It's my great fear. They sacrificed it? Oh my gosh, I can't believe they did it. They have such panache. They knew. They should double block one of my 4/4s here instead of double jumping. What? They had the Lawrence escape? What are they doing? They had me. I was never going to be able to win. Now I will recommission because it's a lethal threat. I guess if I technically done this last turn, I would have won, but I didn't think I was going to be able to... But they were going to... Yeah, I was worried about that thing. My gosh. That's terrifying. I can't believe the way this game played out. They had the Lawrence escape. That was the card I was mostly worried about. Another Power Stone for you, sir. Got the win. I think they could have won that. Because they had the answer. Anyway, see you folks next round. Welcome to another round. We're up against Numot the Nummy. This is a keeper. He's played enough draft to get into gold on the early access account. Respect. I respect his choice of land as well. Numot is a great drafter. Is a oh gosh, this is like the best card in the set. That's not good for me. Another Prowler, sure. Nice, hitting one land every time. Your skill. I can start playing my Warlord's Elites next turn. Okay, that card's terrifying. Sure. I kind of want to start attacking with this so I can trade it off and get it back and do all that stuff. Ah! Please don't be a land. Let's go. Get wrecked. Mega hit coming in. A few creatures already in the graveyard, so could be bad for me. That's not going to be good here. They have too many small creatures. Maybe it could be good. I'm going to try it. Immediate punish. They immediately play a card that gives hexproof. Yikes. For now, depending on what he does, I can maybe he has mask, and I can like involuntary cooldown the mask and hit him. Hmm. Well, he can't actually cast this. That's crazy. What a development. Wow, that's such a sick combo. No, that's probably game. I can't get rid of this tyrant now. Yeah. Oh, I did my best. Tyrant is such a crazy card. He's gonna make like a 10-10. Yep. I'm just gonna see. Yep. He just got too much value. I just can't deal with it. Oh well. It's always nice to beat other streamers that I know of. But you can't win them all. See you folks next round. Welcome to another round. I feel like we are having a little bit clunkier opening hands. We haven't drawn our recruitment officer yet, but still reasonable. We'll lead with the planes just in case we need to lay down arms as big as possible. Okay. I'm going to be mana efficient, so I'm going to attack them first, and then I'm going to play the Power Blade. And the next turn I can play Officer and Warlord's Elite. First we attack. Pushing damage. Warlord's Elite's actually pretty nice, because you can find it off the Officer, and it's just a beefy creature. Also plays well with the card that we've been playing that brings it back as a 5/5. Nice piece of synergy there. Oh no, they're actually going for the combo. That's funny. Actually hilarious. Next turn we can disenchant, lay down arms, and equip. We have enough mana. Oh my gosh. The combo, they got two of them. It's GG. Wait, we're just going to equip this to a non-soldier. Because now if they play their self-assembly, we have an easy attack. We can just activate this. If they have another one, I'm going to crack up. That would be really funny. The self-assembler chain. Okay, they have a mine worker, sure. Nice. Missing out on 2 Yoshins is kind of annoying, but this is fine. Okay. This guy's a heck of a card. This guy's also a heck of a card. They should have blocked the Power Stone Sentinel Engineer because they know I'm going to rescue my guy. Boom! Got the win. The Power Blade actually did quite good there. I was really impressed. Really impressed, actually. I think I might have run a second copy now that I've seen it in action, but maybe one's the sweet spot. See you next round. Welcome to another round. Depending on how long it takes, this could be the final round of the draft, or maybe I'll have time for one more after this. Let's get it good going. This is a pretty good hand, though. We need to draw lands, but that's fine. This has flash. We can wait. Catch them completely by surprise. They can disfigure or something. Sir Galahad, Sir Lancelot, and I. Yeah, I figured they had that card when they were pausing. We can recommission, though. Start off with Yoshin. Yoshin's huge. I am worried about Epic Confrontation. Oh no. Sad day. I'll just keep playing my 3-4. My army is assembling. If they play a huge artifact, I can prison sentence it or disenchant it. No, don't do it, please. He has a family. Okay. I'm going to recommission back this guy, but I'm going to attack first. Keep the pressure up, as they say. I have prison sentence for if they play a big creature. No blocks. They're probably gonna, they might sacrifice this. I don't know. Even playing this for 5 mana has not been a big deal. Involuntary cooldown on this could be really good. 4/7/9. I'll just take to the skies, though. Ooh, I think we got there. And I think we'll have time for another round because we got such a quick win. Let's go. Ah, the spider. I can just attack with both and they're dead. Got him. Huzzah! A frabjous victory. Ta-da! See you folks next round. Welcome to the final round. We're 3-1, so we've guaranteed a positive record with this deck. And let's hope for the best with this draw. Get some good stuff going. Oh no, a Swift Spear. I need to draw some creatures, but again, it's really hard to justify mulliganing 3 spell, 4 land hands in limited if you like want to consistently win, because mulliganing is just super punishing. I checked the count on my deck bailing me out, giving me some creatures. Currently not looking like that is the case, but that's okay, that happens sometimes. And this is a pretty sweet deck they've got going on. Could be a quick defeat. Oh dear. Unfortunately, Warlord's Lead is not good when you miss all of your other curve. So if they don't have a non-creature spell, I only take 2. That's nice. And then I can get my Warlord's Elite down. Start recommissioning it back. Okay. This is not looking good for our hero. Our hero is in dire straits. All we need is to keep Warlord's Elite alive. Where have all the Warlord Elites gone, and where... Like, if they kill it, they're hitting me for 6. Then I recommission it back. And then even if they just have a non-creature spell, they'll hit me for 4. Okay. That's fine for me. At least alive. Oh my gosh, it's a creature. Thank goodness. We're in it. We're still in this. Okay. Ouch. I'll take 6. So we're actually okay. We're alive. But probably not for long, I would anticipate. I really need a Yoshin. They just got off to a really fast start. They got their Swift Spears going. Their race to the ground was pretty good. And I'm left in a little bit of a lurch. Huge draw right there. That's so sad. Oh, that would have been so good for me. Oh well. They're out of cards. I'm not looking too hot myself, though. It's a top deck war. We both have... I have one more land in play than them. And they've drawn a couple more cards. So maybe they'll flood out, and I can just draw land and draw spell. Okay, that's my... This is the final round timer. So this is going to be it. I think I'm dead, though. They just need one spell. One removal spell for my 5/5, and I'm out. Oh, that's the ticket. I'll just show them what I had. This is where Disenchant is not always the best. Oh, well, it was cool that we got to actually see that deck, because I was wondering if it could come together, and it looks like it actually did come together in that situation, so that is worth knowing for the future. Anyway, that is going to do it for this draft video. I really do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and comment with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. And if you made it all the way to the end, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag recommissioned soldiers or hashtag building an army to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video, because we were recruiting our soldiers, we were recommissioning them, we were getting them involved. So hashtag getting involved is another fun one to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video. We never got to live the dream of recruitment officer into 2-drop into Warlords Elite, but we did have some pretty cool games, some pretty epic matches. I will say that the Yoshin Tactician was great in this deck. Not a fan of the cooldown, but I'm glad I tried it out. Warlords Elite was pretty good. The Power Blade overperformed that one game. Even just putting it on a Power Stone Engineer was nice. Recommission is a super good combo with the Elite. Air Marshal was great. Disenchant, I feel like 2 copies is probably the reason. I think this card, I think 1 copy is really good. The second copy is a little bit fine, and then the third copy is probably too much. That's why I'm glad with the number we played. Laid on Arms was solid in this deck with 10 planes. Lawrence Escape, and then was reasonable, and then Recruitment Officer was great, even though I never ended up activating it. I just know that this card's awesome. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Once again, shout out to Wizards of the Coast for giving me a free preview account in this early access event, so I can make all of these videos for you. You can also, if you would like to see my thoughts on all of the cards and support my channel, you can do so via Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. For patrons of any amount, gain access to my tier list for Brothers War. So if you're interested in that, supporting my channel, getting a bonus resource, that is an option. Anyway, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.